Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Well, today's video is going to be a part 2 of the video I shared of the Stilazzi brushes that I received. And if you watched that video, I hope you're really excited about this one and to see the eye brushes in action. And if you haven't watched that first video, I will have it linked. I definitely encourage you guys to go over and watch it either first or after you watch this one. I'm going to do it fairly similar where I use one brush set on one eye and the other brush set on the other eye, and we're going to kind of compare the two, see how they work. It just gives me the opportunity to try both brush sets, give you my opinion on how they work, see if one collection is better than the other or one brush is better than the other. Both collections are actually really great. It just boils down to personal preference and how you like them to apply. But either way, you guys will be able to see the process along the way. You guys are going to be interactive. You'll be able to vote on which side you like best, which brush you like best. I hope you guys will be interactive at least and join in the fun with this video. And we're going to create a look together, and yeah, so that's why I don't have any makeup on right now for my intro. I figure we just go right into it. I am going to go ahead and insert up close pictures of the brushes and tell you their prices and a description of them, so you guys kind of know a little bit more information about them as we go into it. And yeah, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so for today's look, I'm going to go ahead and try to keep it easy. I do want to add glitter for this look just because I just feel like it, but I want to keep the look fairly simple. So I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat, which is a really adorable little palette. It's so teeny tiny. I like that, and it's so pretty with the burning roses on it. I think it's so pretty. Anyways, I received this a while ago, and I'd only tested it I think once, but not on my channel. I haven't used it, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna just, it'll be a quick simple look, so I'm just gonna use this palette for today's look. And keeping with the same as my last video for the face brushes, I'm going to be using the Artisan Luxe brushes on this side, which is the black brushes. And then I'm going to be using the Studio Series brushes on this side, my left side, and these are the white-handled brushes. I'm going to start off first with the Crease blender, which is the L215. This is an $8 brush, and it says apply and blend transition colors beautifully with this ultra soft brush. So I'm going to take that with a little bit of Wild Thing and place that into my crease. Oh, this is a pretty bright, bold color, so I'm going in hot with it. Okay, so this did a really great job. It's a little bit more of a more dense brush than I would prefer for my crease, but I feel like it did a really good job. I mean, it really packed a punch of color because of it's so dense, but it also diffused it out pretty well. We'll see if we can match this up with the other side with the other brush, and the brush I'm going to be using for this side is the large blender, the S212, and this is an $8 brush, and it says apply, build, and blend transition colors beautifully with this large soft eye brush. Right off the bat, I can tell that this brush is a lot less dense. It feels like, yeah, there's just a lot less hairs, so it's just a little bit fluffier, but still kind of stiff. So I feel like it's giving a softer diffusion of colors here, but it's still packing, it still is packing on a punch of color. It's not too different application wise to the other side. It just feels different, I guess. Alright, so application wise, I feel like they both did the same job basically, but for some reason I'm feeling like the Studio Series brush gave made the shadow look a little bit brighter. I'm not sure if that's my imagination or if it looks a little bit brighter and the other side looks a little bit darker for some reason. I don't know why. How weird is that? Do you guys notice that? Anyways, I feel like they both did fairly similar, same job. No complaints with either of them. So you guys can go ahead and vote for your favorite side. Which one do you think worked the best, applied the best? Which one do you think you would lean most towards using? Next, we're going to go in with a lid shade, and for the Artisan Luxe side, I'm going to be using the Shadow Fluff brush. This is the L213. This is a $7 brush, and it says a soft multi-use fluff brush to apply, blend, and layer eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take that with the shade Heist and apply that over my lid. Alright, and this got the job done well. I mean, it's nothing that's super stand out to me as far as a brush. This is kind of a typical, you know, shader brush. And, you know, it works. It did its job. I am probably going to go in between application and do some blending. I'll probably do that off camera and not tell you every time, but just know I'm probably going to be doing that because I do that a lot in my tutorials where I want to get a more blend and get a seamless look. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be sticking with the same brushes on each side, just so you guys know. Next up, for the Studio Series, I'm going to be using the flat concealer brush. Oh, I thought this was more of an eyeshadow brush, but that's okay. I think it'll work just fine for packing on eyeshadow on the lid. But this is the S500 brush. This is a $6 brush, and it says best used with cream products like concealer, perfect for detailed work and small areas. So this would probably be a really great brush for like doing cut crease, or again, like just little precise areas with concealer. But obviously it was meant for concealer, but we're gonna go ahead and use it for my eyeshadow today. Just so I could put it to the test. It was the closest one to the other kind of flat shader, or well, that's not really a flat shader brush, but you know what I'm talking about. So again, just gonna go in with the shade Heist. Ooh, I'm getting some fallout with this. But that is because it said to use with cream products. Alright, so that applied my shadow really well. I did have a little bit of fallout, but that's mostly because, you know, it's supposed to be used with cream products, so it's probably not meant for holding shadows very well. But overall, I think it did a really great job. It did place the shadow on pretty opaque and quickly as well. So you guys go ahead and let me know your thoughts on which brush you liked best. Alright, now because I am getting a little bit of fallout and I am working with like bright or dark red orangey shadows, I just go ahead and put a bunch of powder under my eyes just to catch any fallout so I don't have any marks left on my face. So moving right along, we're going to go in with my outer corner definition color, and I'm going to be using the shade Strike for this. And for the Artisan Luxe side, I'm going to be using the Color Blend L211 brush. This is an $8 brush, and it says it's designed for applying, building, and blending cream or powder shadows. A must-have eye brush, and I feel like I agree. This is the type of brush that I really like. It's kind of like a flat shader brush that's slightly tapered at the tip. It reminds me a lot of the Sedona Lace EV09 brush, which you guys know I use a ton for my crease and then outer corner and things like that. So I think it'll be a great brush. So again, I'm going to go ahead and apply the shade Strike with this brush. And I am going to be applying that mostly to the outer corner of my eyes and just sweeping it slightly into my crease, just a little. This one actually is very comparable, I think, to the Sedona Lace EV09. I feel like it's a little bit more dense, a little bit harder, not like, or stiff, I guess I should say. So maybe it needs to be broken in just a little bit, but I like it a lot. Alright, now for the Studio Series side, I'm going to be using their blender brush, which is their S211 brush. This is an $8 brush, and it says designed to apply color for added dimension and blend transition colors to create a seamless look. So this is a shadow, or this is a brush that I definitely could have used for popping on color on my lid instead of the concealer brush, but it's just the one that seemed the most comparable to me to the brush I just used from the Artisan Luxe collection. So that's why I decided I want to use this one for my outer corner and blending into my crease as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take that shade Strike and just do the same thing to the other side. Okay, I think this one did a really great job. I like that it still has kind of a taper. It's like this flat shader brush that kind of comes to a taper, and it has a nice blend. It's very soft and fluffy, so I feel like it blends really well, and as well lays down color really well too. It was really easy to work with. So overall, I actually like both of these a lot. I wouldn't say they're exact same. They can do kind of the same thing, but the Studio Series one is definitely a lot softer, whereas the Artisan Luxe one is just a little bit more stiff. But you guys let me know which one you think you would like better. Alright, now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to be using the Smudge L208 brush from the Artisan Luxe brush set. This is a $7 brush. It says a perfect brush to intensify outer corners of the eyes or add dramatic colors to the lower lash line. So I am going to be using on the lower lash line, and I'm going to be going into the shade Strike, the same one I put on the outer corner, just bringing that to my lower lash line. This definitely packs a perfect punch of color, a lot of color. And I really like how small it is. Most other smudgy brushes are a lot thicker, a lot kind of fatter, I guess I should say. This one's a lot more thin and precise, so it's getting a good smudge on there without making it too, like, applying too much. A big problem I have with my lower lash line is always packing on too much color down there and trying to get it close to my lower lash line and not getting it close to my lower lash line and just kind of making a bigger mess. So I like how this is a little bit more precise of a smudger brush. I really like that one. All right, moving on to the other side with the Studio Series, I'm going to be using the Mini Definer brush. This is the S206 brush. And this is a $6 brush. It says add a drop of color to your lower lashes, define your upper lash line, and other detailed work. Okay, this one definitely packs on a lot more pigment. It gives a lot more of a punch of color, but surprisingly not as precise. I feel like it's applying really thickly. Thickly, is that a word? Very thick, but not as, like, it's not dispersing it as well as I like the other side. So I would say I definitely am going to need to smoke this side out with a blender brush because it's just too dense and too thick and not diffused enough. I would say if I had to pick a preference, I would definitely pick the Artisan Luxe side. But you guys let me know what you think. And just because it does need to be diffused, I am going to go ahead and diffuse it, just letting you guys know. That's what's happening. Alright, now there aren't brushes that in these collections that I would typically use for like my brow bone. Well, there is from the Artisan Luxe. They do have a pencil brush, which I sometimes use for my brow bone highlight, but usually I use somewhat of a brush similar to this kind. So I'm just going to go ahead and reuse those same brushes that I've already used before really quickly just to do my brow bone cleanup. And so for the Artisan Luxe side, I'm going to be using again the L211 brush, and I'm just going to be taking that into the shade Inhale and bringing that to my brow bone. And that did a pretty good job. All right, and so then for the Studio Series side, I'm going to be using the 211 brush, and again going in with that shade Inhale. Okay, this is doing a decent job, but I feel like it's just a little bit too fluffy for this, for what I want. At the same time, it is packing a punch of color. All right, so there's that. All right, now there are a few more brushes left to use, 2 in the Studio Series and 4 actually in the Artisan Luxe series, but I'm pretty much done with my look. I don't want to take it any further or make it any more complicated. I just want to keep this nice and simple. Plus the rest of the brushes, they aren't like super comparable, so it wouldn't be fair to like do one side with the other, so I'm just going to leave it like this, with the exception of I am going to go ahead and add glitter now to my lid. I want to try to keep it just a light sprinkling, but we shall see how that goes. And so for that, I am going to be using the NBA Cosmetics Loose Premium Glitter in the shade Alchemy. It is a stunning glitter that is like a multi-dimensional, really beautiful kind of duochrome glitter. And to apply that, I'm going to be using it with the NBA Cosmetics Glitter Foil and Line Effects Serum, which is a foiling serum as well as a glitter adhesive. You guys have seen me do this several times before, so you kind of know the drill on that, so I'm not going to go into a huge spiel over it. But I am going to be using another separate brush from the Artisan Luxe collection, sorry I keep getting them mixed up, and then one that I already used from the Studio Series, which is the concealer brush, but we'll go into that in just a minute. So I'm going to go with the Artisan Luxe collection brush first, and this is the small shadow brush. This is the L221. And this is an $11 brush. It says it's designed for packing on color to add intensity to your shadow. Great for pigment. So this is definitely one. It's like a very nice, dense, flat kind of packing brush. It's this one I would use like I'm doing now with glitter. It's one I would use with probably metallic shadows as well. Something that to really kind of pack on the color really well. I'm just gonna kind of do what I always do when I apply glitter, and I'm gonna just apply a little bit of the foiling serum onto the brush, tap the brush onto my lid where I want the glitter to go, then I'm gonna tap the brush into the glitter and then tap it onto my lid. So that'll be the drill of what I do. That's what you're gonna see me doing. And I did recently run out of my old glitter foil and line effect serum, so I bought a new bottle of it, and they redesigned the packaging with this nice kind of pointed tip applicator, which is just a lot more convenient, so I'm loving that. Oh, this glitter is so pretty. And this brush did a really great job applying the glitter. No complaints, nothing special. I feel like it's, you know, a lot of eye brushes that are like, you know, similar shape really essentially do the same thing and work the same way. None more better than, worse or better than the rest or the others. But yeah, this one did a good job. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the other eye, and I'm gonna be using the brush I already used earlier, which is the flat concealer brush, the S500 brush, and we're just gonna do the exact same thing. Alright, so this brush is giving me a lot more of a precise application, I will say, but it is taking a little bit longer just because it's a little bit smaller, a little bit more pointed, more precise, more defined, you know what I mean? So if you really want a really precise application of something, this will be the brush you prefer, but both of them did the job well, did the job fairly the same, so I like them both. You guys let me know what you guys think. Alright, and so that wraps up for the eyes of what I'm going to do on camera. I thought about putting on lashes today, but kind of don't feel like dealing with lashes. I'm just going to put on mascara. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, but I'll pop on camera and let you guys know which mascara I decide to use, and then we will wrap up this video. Alright, I am back, and this is the completed look. I did decide to use a brand new mascara to me. This is the Ciate London Wonderwand mascara. I just thought it was a really pretty mascara. It's a really weighty, like, decorative mascara. It has an hourglass shaped wand I really like. I think it really did a good job on my lashes. But anyways, and if anybody else is curious about my lips, I decided to keep it simple. Again, just want to keep this video, this look simple. And I used the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine lip gloss in the shade Fuel. So that is what's on my lips if anybody is curious about that. Now this completed look, it's not anything super special or amazing compared to some of the other looks I did. I like I said in the beginning, I wanted to keep this look very simple. We wanted to keep the focus on the brushes and how they apply and kind of, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So what do you guys think? I mean, I feel like this video wasn't as fun as the one I did for my face with the face brushes. I felt like that was a little bit more interactive, a little more fun. I feel like with eye brushes, I mean, I will say there are some eye brushes that are better than others. So I mean, it's not like there's not a huge difference with brushes, but I feel like with these ones, the quality and application and all that was fairly similar. There wasn't one set that I found I liked better than the other. I felt like they both did kind of the same thing. I don't know what you guys thought, but definitely let me know. Leave your opinions if you thought that this collection was better than this collection. This is the Studio Series collection, and this is the Artisan Luxe collection, which is the natural hair brushes, and this one is the synthetic and vegan brushes. So I'd love for your thoughts and opinion. I will say, I said this in my last video about the face brushes, is that the Artisan Luxe brush collection definitely has a lot more brushes and I feel like a lot more options than the Studio series set. But anyways, that's just, you know, out there. They're both fairly around the same prices, I feel like. The Artisan Luxe ones are a little bit more expensive because those are the natural hair brushes, but yeah, overall I like, as far as the eyes go, I like them both. I thought they both did a really great job, and I didn't say it in this video, but I said it in my last video. There's a dog barking outside. But thank you, a big thank you to Stilazzi for this package of these brushes. Dog! Alright, I just want to say a big thank you to Stilazzi for sending me this package of both of the brush sets. It was such a generous collection or a package to send me, and I'm really excited about that dog just won't stop. Oh well, I'm sorry, I hope you guys can't hear it, but anyways, really excited about doing these videos and featuring them. I didn't have to, they just sent them to me, but I just thought it would be fun to try them out since I got the whole collection of both sets and let you guys know what I thought. So I like them. I definitely would recommend them. I hope you guys enjoyed the 2 videos I did on them. I was planning on just making it 1 video but decided to make it to 2, so Stilazzi got 2 dedicated videos on my channel, but I think it was worth it because I had fun doing these videos. I had fun comparing the sides to my face. I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed these videos as well. And lastly, I did want to mention, because there are several brushes left that I did not use in this look, so I do have up close photos or videos of those brushes, and I'm going to go ahead and insert those and tell you a little bit about those brushes. So just so you guys know what else is in the collection, a little bit about those brushes and the prices of them. So I'm going to go in first with the brushes from the Studio series just because there's only 2 left. So the brushes that I did not use are the Angled Mini, the S203 brush, and this is a $5 brush, and it says a favorite for accurate detail work like inner rim, ombre liner, and graphic liner. So that would have been really nice to use, but again, I kept my look so simple today, so I didn't use those. Then the next one was a similar brush. This is the Angled Liner brush. This is the S204. This is a $6 brush. It says create subtle definition along lash line or a wicked wing liner with this thin structured angled brush. Now from the Artisan Luxe collection, I have left the Brow Duo brush. This is the L204, and this is an $8 brush. It says create beautiful brows effortlessly with this double-ended angled spoolie brow brush. And so it looks like it's a really great quality. It's a very thin brush, so I think this one would be perfect for those of you who really like to create that really natural hair-like strokes with your brows. I don't ever do that. I just block brow mine in, fill mine in. So, but this one looks like it would be amazing for really creating those feather-like, hair-like brush strokes for those of you who are interested. Next up is the Mini Crease Fluff. This is the L217 brush, and this is a $7 brush. It says mini fluff brush for the crease, or adding a pop of color to the inner corner of your eye. This looks like it would be a really great defining blending brush. So like if you want to really just add a little bit more color here in a more precise way, I think that would be really, really awesome. This is the type of brush I actually purchased quite a bit of at IMATS, because that's what I've been looking for. So I'll probably be using this in upcoming videos. I just didn't, like I said, use it today, but looks like it's going to be a really great brush. Next up is the large pointed crease. This is the L218 brush, and this is an $8 brush. It says add strong color to the outer corner of the eyes or in the crease for a dramatic effect. And lastly, we have the pencil brush. This is the L220 brush. This is a $7 brush. It says used to add intensity to the lash line, smoke out your inner corner, or make inner corner pops. So yeah, that's it. That's the last of the brushes from at least the eye brushes from each of these collections from Stilazzi. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful and informative, as well as entertaining and fun a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed this look I created, even though it wasn't really anything special. I just really wanted to pop on some shadows and demo, you know, the brushes more than anything. So still, I hope you like the look and everything. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes!